everyone, today we learn about magnetostriction effect. Without wasting any time, let's.
In this video, we will learn production of ultrasonic wave by magnet station oscillator. Now, this oscillator works on the principle of magnetostriction effect, and the principle is when a ferromagnetic rod like iron or nickel is placed in a magnetic field parallel to its length, the dot experiences a small change in its length that is either in the form of elongation or compression occurs. So the meaning of magnetostriction is negative, means applied magnet field, and friction means change in dimension. So we can say that magnetostriction in a dimension of a ferromagnetic magnetic field. This effect was first identified in 1842 by James Swell when observing a sample of nickel. Now understand the construction and working of magnetostriction oscillator. This was the circuit diagram of magnetostriction oscillator. Here a B is the rod made up of ferromagnetic material like iron or nickel. This rod is clamped in the meter. Now this rod is permanently magnetized by passing direct current in the beginning. Now here there are two coils L1 and N2 which are binded at the ends of a B1, and coil L2 is connected to the base of the transistor, base of NPN transistor, and the other is connected into the emitter and in a gray terminal of the battery coil L1 born on the right side of rod along with the variable capacitor C in the collector circuit of the NPN transistor. Here coil L1 and the variable capacitor C forms a resonant circuit which is also known as the tank circuit, and the frequency of the oscillation is controlled by the variable capacitor C. Now this was the emitter, which R is the current which is passes from the circuit. So this is the construction part of the magnetostriction oscillator. Now let's see how the oscillator work. Now when the battery switch on the tank circuit is set into the oscillation with a frequency of a vibration which is given by F1 is equal to 1 upon 2 pi or dot L into C. Your add is nothing but the inductance of the coil, and C has the capacitance, and capacitor and alternating EMF is circuit. This alternating EMF induced an alternative magnetic field, and due to this magnetic field the length of the rod gets changed. This change in the length of a ferromagnetic rod induced an EMF in coil 1/2. The induced EMF is fed into the base of the transistor and hence it gets amplified, and this amplified EMF is fed into the tank circuit which again caused the change in the length of the rod. So in this way oscillation is continuously maintained. The frequency of the oscillation of the rod is controlled by the variable capacitor C, and the now the nature frequency of the rod is given by F2 is equal to P by twice L under root of Y by rho, where P is the harmonic mode and is the length of ferromagnetic rod, Y is the Young modulus, and RHO is the density of the material. Now if the frequency of the tank circuit matches with the frequency of the vibration of ferromagnetic rod, that is F1 is equal to F2, and then T resonance will occur and the ultrasonic wave are emitted from the ends of the ferromagnetic rod. So in this way the oscillator is work. Oscillator is worked. Now the advantage of the oscillator are magnetospective material are easily available and inexpensive oscillator circuit. is simple construct to large output power can be generated, and the disadvantage we cannot produce frequency more than 3 megahertz. It is not possible to get constant single frequency because rod depend on the temperature and the degree of magnetization. Now, as the frequency is inversely proportional to the length of vibrating rod, Q in C, the length of door should be decreased, which is practically impossible, and there is loss of energy due to the eddy current. So, is all about the ministration oscillator. So, in the next 3 we will see the functions of ultrasonic wave by piezoelectric generator. But I hope in this video you understand the construction and working of main destruction in oscillator.